Hi there, my name is Thomas O'Regan and I just wanted to talk about having a logical perspective on property investing. Now, if you want to be successful with property investing, you just need to start looking at property, not emotionally, but logically. Now, let me give you an example of something that people are super illogical about, and then we can dive into how that's affected on property. By the way, my name is Thomas O'Regan and over the last 4 years, me and my wife have 20x'd our property portfolio's position. Now, a lot of people tell me, because I'm a surfer, that it's very dangerous to go surfing and what if I get eaten by a shark and all this sort of stuff, and they think I'm going to die because I'm a surfer and I go in the ocean. But look, the reality is there's 26 million people in Australia, and the chances, I think shark attacks happen maybe like 1 to 8 times per year, or whatever it is. Not many shark attacks happen per year on average. And there's 26 million people in Australia, as I said. And yeah, obviously the likelihood of me dying from a shark attack is very low. Now let's compare that to something that people do every day, but they don't have any thought about how dangerous it is for them. Okay, so if you drive a car, you are 25 times to 50 times more likely to die than a surfer who surfs every day in the ocean has of dying by shark attack. Okay, so why don't people say, hey, do you drive a car? Don't you know that's dangerous? Aren't you scared of dying by when you're driving your car? Why don't you just walk down to the shops? You drove down to the shops. Don't you know how dangerous that is? What I don't get, like, it's some emotional, like, this is such an emotional opinion of how dangerous it is to surf, how dangerous it is to be in the ocean. It's not dangerous at all to be in the it's not dangerous at all to surf in the ocean when comparing that to how dangerous it is to jumping in a car. But people just don't really see it that way, and it's stupid. It's stupid. Now, the same sort of thing happens with property. They say, houses only go up in value, apartments never go up in value, but they don't actually look at the numbers. They don't actually understand anything about what they're talking about. They just have this emotional perception, and they think through all their investment decisions illogically through this emotional lens. And I can guarantee you, if you are looking at becoming a property investor, a professional property investor, or getting a substantially large property portfolio, if you continue to make emotional decisions, you really won't get very far as a property investor, because it's just about applying a logical framework to make good decisions, and that's how you make a lot of money in property. And yes, you can make a lot of money in property if you have an emotional framework, but the reality is you won't make anywhere near as much money as someone that's applies a logical framework to investing in property. Hopefully this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.